Hello everyone, this is the Omega Lynch, and I want to talk about a video made by YouTuber Chris Jam, in where he is talking about how Hasbro keeps making the fans wait years just to release a figure that the fans want to complete their collections with. On the surface, it's a smart business move. Keep the fans' eyes on the next toy line in hopes that Hasbro might release that one Transformer figure that a fan wants for their collection. However, for the fans, this is pretty frustrating. Having to wait in the pitiful hopes that Hasbro might release that one Transformer figure that we fans always wanted. And honestly, this whole thing feels like a toxic relationship. Not that I know what that is like. Thank heavens I never went through that. Still, listening to the video has got me thinking of why Hasbro went with the 13 primes for this toy line, even though only dedicated Transformer fans would know who those characters are. So I disagree with the toy guru, aka Spectre Creatives, when he said in that debate with Retro Blasting, when he mentioned that toy companies are not trying to target adult collectors. That may be true with Mattel, but it isn't true with Hasbro. Because with this Age of the Primes line, they certainly are, and more specifically the G1 crowd. Which sucks because people who became fans either through Beast Wars or 2001 Robots in the Skies or the Unicron trilogy, the chances of Hasbro making a figure for those crowds will be very, very far in between. And now the question is, how long do we Transformer fans keep on with buying from Hasbro? How long do we intend to keep collecting for? Who knows how long it will be before Hasbro releases that one Transformer figure that the fans always wanted. It could be 5, 10, or even 20 years down the road. Is it even worth waiting for that long for a figure they may never make? I'm not telling anyone to boycott Hasbro or anything, even though that might get them to stop jerking us around, although I doubt there would be enough people whose boycotting would seriously affect Hasbro sales. However, it does feel like we're getting abused a fair bit here. At least the fans who didn't get into Transformers through the G1 cartoon are. And honestly, calling this abusive feels fair, considering that Hasbro sent private investigators to someone who bought a pack of Magic the Gathering cards. Now, I'm not going to say I have an answer to any of this, because I don't. And as long as fans keep buying Hasbro product, Hasbro's going to keep doing what it's been doing. As for we fans, we have to decide if we want to stay on the Astro train or get off, because this is getting ridiculous. Is it really worth waiting to get a figure we might not see until we're in our 50s or 60s? I guess that is something the fans will have to decide for themselves. If they want to stay on board or not. As for me, this whole thing reminds me of what Michael from Retro Blasting said about Hasbro, and how there is nothing there anymore, except he's half wrong. There's something at Hasbro, and it's nostalgia, and that would be okay if they made figures for the fans that grew up watching the other Transformers series, not just G1, and didn't use Transformer characters and didn't use Transformer characters that only the hardcore fans would know about. I've been told I can't judge a fan's preference. And they are right, I can't. However, I can judge the fans for giving their money to a company that's just keeping your attention so they can get your money. Again, I'm not telling anyone what to do. Hell, I'm still figuring out if I want to stay on the Hasbro train or not. All I know is that they have the means to make figures from Beast Wars Unicron Trilogy and the 2001 Robots in the Skies. And I'm not talking about the HasLab Omega Prime. If anything, that is proof that they can, and it feels like the fans are being taken advantage of. And like I said earlier, as long as the fans keep buying Hasbro product, nothing is going to change. Just like a kid who gets bullied at school. Until he stands up to that bully, nothing is going to change. And as for Hasbro, whether that is a good thing or not, only time will tell. And I might be the only one who feels this way. And I'm sure I'll get a comment telling me if you don't like the way Hasbro is handling things, then maybe you should stop buying from them. And honestly, I'm considering it because I'm not going to wait until I'm 50 for Hasbro to make a Transformer figure that they may or may not create. Anywho, that is more or less what I wanted to say. If you like my content, subscribe and share the video. If you can support me by buying one of my books. I will try to leave a link down below. If not, plenty of my other videos have links. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll be back.